So once again, good afternoon, everyone, and a pleasant election day. So this would be your fourth quarter grad performance task in physical science. The title of the activity is Show and Tell the Atomic Model of the Atom, in which at the end of this activity, you will be able to represent different atomic models of atom from the different physicists by creating Villarreal. Then explain the characteristics, properties, and composition of the atomic model of the atom, and present already your atomic model of the atom. So these are the specific instructions that you need to do. So number one is that you need to search for the assigned atomic model to make to use as a model in making Villarreal. So you need to search in the Google perhaps what does your atomic model looks like so that you might have a particular model to follow on. Then make sure to include all necessary features of the atomic model such as the electrons, the protons, the neutrons, and or the orbitals as prescribed in your model. So for example, if your atomic model that was assigned to you has different characteristics or has electrons, protons, you need to show it as well in your atomic model. And if there are orbitals that is need to be described on that particular model, then you need to do so as well. You need to show it. Then for the materials, you may use big styrofoam balls that can be purchased in the school supply in any malls and different art materials. Whether how big it is depending upon you on how are you going to visualize it. So you may cut the styrofoam balls into half. Then you show the electrons, the protons, the neutrons, whatever that is prescribed in your model. And also, you may color the electrons, the protons, the neutrons, and the orbitals in your atomic model. So you may color it the overall as, for example, the color blue, then the electrons are color yellow, depending upon you how creative you would be. And after purchasing your materials to use, after you have your model with you or you have already the picture of the atomic model that was assigned to you in your mind, you need to take a video of yourself in time lapse mode in your cell phone or in any device that shows or could have an option or a feature that is time lapse in your video. Then this is to assure that you are the one who is making the project. So as I mentioned earlier, you can actually ask for help from your siblings, from your parents, and to other people, as long as you are there making your own project as well. And most of your tasks to be accomplished, for example, in making that is done by yours. Then you may accomplish the project or making the project in one setting, such as in one full video, you will, or in, let's say, in 2 hours, you are just making that atomic video or atomic model and from the beginning until last, or you may continue it in many days, or you may continue it in many days, as long as the video that you should be submitting of the time lapse should be continuous from the start of creation until the finished product. So it must be continuous. It's not like day one you have just do this. The time lapse that you have created is just 1 minute. Then the second day that you have continue another video. So it must be continuous or only one video from the start of the creation of the project until the finished product. Then the finished product, when you have the finished product of the atomic model, you need to take a picture of it, then upload it in the Google Classroom along with your time-lapse video. So that would be your first output. There will be two outputs in our performance task, the video and the picture. That will be the deadline of that would be on Monday, April 18 until 5 p.m. And the second task would be the presentation or the oral presentation. And the oral presentation will be on Tuesday, April 19. And the sequence of the presenter will be announced on that particular day. So we will still be using draw lots who will come first and who will, basing on the sequence of the presenter of your atomic model. And no show, or meaning to say, let's say I for example, I asked you to join for your presentation 1 p.m. By that time, and 1 p.m. you are not around, meaning to say no show or attendance on that specified time on April 19, meaning to say you will receive 0 point for presentation. You will no longer have the chance to present your output. So if you did not submit as well, on April 18, then you don't have anything to be presented on April 19. So it's necessary for you to submit first, submit your requirements first. Then, before making the atomic model, familiarize the rubrics below for your guidance. So I have here two um, rubrics that will be used in order to assess your work. And the rubrics also for your oral presentation is presented below. So this is the rubrics for the atomic model, and it is 35 points. And the description of this is also found in this particular rubric picture. Ayan, the specification. So we have here the criteria such as the elements of art, the comprehension of use in project as a whole, the planning and organization of work, the craftsmanship or the creativity, the quality of evaluation or critic review, the self-reliance and initiative that could be shown in your video, safe use of model or equipment, the project extension and application, and as well as the rubrics for our presentation that is 35 points. So we have here the introduction of topic, the development of topic, ability to engage and involve audience, the voice quality, the pace or the fluency, the vocabulary, sentence structure, the grammar, the pronunciation, the use of visual aids, and conclusion of the topic. So that would be 35 points. So in total, your performance task or grand performance task would be 70 points. This would be 70 points. So if you have any questions for this particular task, you may contact me through Google Chat, or you can chat me in the messenger for me to facilitate your concerns. So that would be all. That would be your fourth quarter grad performance task in physical science.